What I saw God do on our trip. First of all, we started out with a vehicle that leaked antifreeze. No go. But God provided a different vehicle. He provided a way up. Secondly, we got to the airport and we had all of our luggage, passports and things lined up in a trailer that we had no key to unlock. But God provided again, and there was a Home Depot. We were able to buy a grinder, a cord, and get that taken off, and we were on our way. There were other things all through the trip that were just so God. I saw many things on the trip where you could just see God's hand. We had a problem, there was a solution. We needed keys, we didn't get keys, or we did get keys, but God solved everything that we came on. And then the most amazing thing was we had a 13-year-old and a 70-year-old and all the different ages in between, and God was just able to melt all our hearts together, and we had a wonderful, marvelous time. We ministered in unity and in the likeness of mind, and it just turned out wonderful. What changed in my heart probably was just the appreciation for young children. We had a 13 and a 21-year-old, and just watching them minister for the Lord just gave me a whole new respect for youth and what God can do through them, and that was a big blessing. I want to say the thing I saw about God was how big He is, because I think in America here, in my life, I never see how big God is. But going over there and seeing children who are smiling and enjoying their life in spite of the fact that they don't have parents, or that their parents, they can't live with their parents if they do. To see a pastor who's willing to take his family out into an area where their lives are going to be threatened because they're going to open up a church and try to lead people to the Lord, and yet they're going. Just amazing things. A pastor who's running a church, an orphanage, and a school, who isn't taking a salary for his work. His wife helping him only takes her principal at the school salary. That's a big God to show me what He's doing in people in India, and I just was so touched by that. Some fun things about our trip were that we got to follow cows walking down a street, which I've never thought I would ever experience, but right in the middle of our road was a line of water buffaloes that we had to literally follow in the car till they moved out of our way. That was kind of fun and interesting. Dogs on the streets, goats on the streets, pigs on the streets. Not my world over here for sure, but it was fun and it was interesting to see people just live and survive in that. Why do I think people should go on a missions trip? Well, I've been on a few myself, and every time I go, I'm just touched by how God lives in other people's hearts and how little they might have, and yet they're happy in the Lord. And in this world, we have so much, and we can't find joy. But over there, they have nothing, and they have joy. And so my first mission trip, I was so taken by that I just try to go on mission trips just to remind myself that it's not all about what we have. It's just about who we are and how grateful we are for the things that God has given us. So it is a challenge to go. You have to raise money, you have to prepare, but it is so well worth it for the change that God will make in your heart about your world around you and the world far off, and what He's doing everywhere.